Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. Welcome to this weekly reading. Welcome to the month of August. We're still celebrating Leos in Leo season. It's the dog days of summer. This is a weekly reading in regards to removing the block. So if you feel like there's been some sort of block in your way or preventing you from getting what you want, let's look at that. If there is no block in your life, but you're just going to sit through the reading and see if something fits for you, you're absolutely welcome to do that. So let's look at removing the block. What is going on for the sign of Capricorn? Earth energy. Let's just split the deck. This is Tarot of Mystical Moments. And we're going to look and see what messages we can put out there for the sign of Capricorn. Let's look and find out first, what do you fear? Capricorn, what do you fear? If anything, maybe you don't fear anything. Just remember, if it's not your reading, you do not have to make something fit. And Capricorn can be your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mars. Anywhere you have Capricorn in your chart, you're welcome to be here. What do you fear? Six of Pentacles. This is physical energy. It's pentacles. It has to do with your money, your time, your health, your wealth, anything you can touch, see, taste, smell. It's Six of Pentacles is equal give and take. It's reciprocity. Do you fear reciprocity? Do you fear when I give and they give back? Do you fear not being the only one to give? You know, I know firsthand, Capricorn is a very generous, and they like to give. They like to do things for people. They like to give and provide and share and be available. And do you need anything? Can I get you something? They're very generous. However, if somebody were to give back to you, what is that? Is that fearful? Are you afraid of that? That's Six of Pentacles. It is the merchant giving to two. So there is equal give and take. There is reciprocity. I'm just going to ask an interesting question. Do you like it better when you're the only one that gives? Where, I'm going to call it like this, you're in control. I am the one that gives, therefore I have the control. If somebody is giving back to me, especially in fair and equal measure, I don't have control anymore. I have to submit to them, because now we're in this. Now, follow this for a second. While that's ideal, right, to have an equal relationship where there's give and take, fair and square, that's ideal. But preferably, maybe Capricorn, you just want to be the only one that gives. And that way you're taking care of things, you're providing, you're doing. You are very generous, and I know that you're a very giving sign, but could you fear, in the very small back of your mind or your heart or your soul, could you fear when someone gives back to you? Does that make you feel indebted to them? Is that a fear? That is something interesting, something to consider. Why are you stuck? If you're stuck at all, why? Why could Capricorn feel stuck? Another Six of Wands. Six of Wands is about victory and success and winning, and the battle is overcome and you're celebrated. It has a lot to do with work. It has a lot to do with, like, you've been promoted, you've been celebrated, you have the Employee of the Month badge, and everybody's parading you around the streets of town and saying, Capricorn, awesome. And this is why you could feel stuck. You could feel stuck because you always do such a good job. You always do bring excellence to your work or to your career. But when you're always the best, there's really like, well, how do you improve being the best? When I'm employee of the month every month, what do I have to aspire to? Do you know what I mean? So this could be why you're stuck, is that you're so good at things. You're so good at doing your job and doing your work that there's really no step up to aspire to. How do you unblock yourself? If you feel stuck, if you feel blocked, how do you unblock yourself? 9 of Pentacles. This is be single, have your own money, have your own stuff, have your own things. Don't rely on anybody else. 9 of Pentacles is very earth energy. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It's very independent, very self-oriented, directed. You direct yourself. You don't have to rely on anyone else. Kind of going back to what I said before. This is you kind of being in your own energy. I'm very independent. I'm very self-reliant. I don't need anybody or anything to complete me. This is how you're going to unblock yourself, is to just be in that energy, to just own who you are. That's really what I'm getting, is be who you are. If that's you, be that. Celebrate that. Don't deny it. It's not a bad thing to be authentic with who you are. At the bottom of the deck, as underlying energy, it's the 5 of Cups. It's emotional. It's water. It's your heart, and it is remorse, and it's regret, and it's sadness, and it's someone that goes into the river of tears and cries. They feel sadness and loss, and that everything I had, all that emotional energy I put into something, it's gone. It meant nothing. I don't know why I invested in that, because it's just washed down the river. So this is underlying energy. And what I'm going to say to you, Capricorn, is let this be something that you feel, but don't stay there. Don't stay in the energy of loss and remorse and sadness. The river of tears is only, going to affect you if you're standing in it all the time. So feel the feelings, acknowledge the hurt, feel the loss and the sadness, but know in the 5 of Cups, traditionally, there are 3 cups that are spilled over, but there's 2 cups that are still full. So you've not lost everything, maybe some things, but not all the things. So acknowledge and be grateful and show gratitude for what you do have, those 2 full, beautiful cups. I'm going to grab the When Women Had Wings. We're going to clarify what we've already pulled. So for the sign of Capricorn, let's clarify. 6 of Pentacles. Why is the 6 of Pentacles here for Capricorn? 6 of Pentacles, what they fear, that reciprocity, that equal give and take. Why is that? Knight of Cups, because you are so romantic. You are a provider. The Knight of Cups is a mover. They like to move on their emotions, and they feel a lot of feelings. They're very romantic. They're very, very chivalrous. And they say chivalry is dead. Not with Capricorn. Capricorn, you love to open up the door. You like to roll out the red carpet. You like to open the bottle of wine, put on the beautiful music, set the scene. The Knight of Cups is just a wear their heart on their sleeve kind of guy or girl. So Capricorn, you like to do those things. Therefore, what I said earlier, I think you like to provide. I think you like to be the provider. And if that person starts to give back to you in equal measure, it throws off your game a little bit, because you like to do and give and provide. And when somebody is doing that in fair and equal measure back to you, I think it throws off your game a little bit. And I think you just are such an emotional creature. I think you, even though you're a physical earth-based sign, you've got a beautiful heart. It's a romantic heart. You like to give because that's how you show your love. You're a generous sign. Why are you stuck? Why is the Six of Wands? Why Capricorn is stuck? Page of Swords. You know, all that celebration and achievement and winning energy, and Capricorn's picture is always posted up on in the break room for employee of the month. And that makes you feel stuck because how do I achieve and get better than this? I'm already employee of the month every single month. But how you can get unstuck, or how you can better that, is Page of Swords. It's to be curious, to be investigative, to open up the possibilities of, are there advancements elsewhere? Can you look into other career possibilities, potentials? Page of Swords is just to remain open-minded. Open up every possibility and curiosity. Maybe sit down, have a conversation. It's communications with your boss, with your coworkers, with other people in your industry who might be able to provide something for you as far as advancement is concerned. How do you unblock yourself? Nine of Pentacles says be single. Be by yourself, rely on yourself. Don't try to pull anybody else into your energy because you're good on your own. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? The High Priestess. That's water energy. That is the major arcana for all the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It says to trust your gut. You know, unblocking yourself by just relying on just you and yourself and nobody else. And trust yourself more than anything. Listen to that still small voice that speaks within you. We all have it. We all have our gut instinct. We all have that vibe. We pick up a vibe. We feel something. We know something. That's High Priestess. It's she who knows, or he who knows. It's very feminine energy because it's very emotional. It's very intuitive. But male or female, you've got it. So trust it. Trust your gut. At the bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. So Capricorn, not only are you trying to unblock yourself with all of this energy that we've already revealed, but at the bottom of the deck is, remember I told you to focus on the two cups that are still full? These are your emotional, beautiful heart space energies. This is love, soulmates, your bonded partner. This is marriage. This is beautiful soulmate connection. It's a partnership. It's a beautiful bonding of two souls becoming one. And that is the focus and the clarification for the row we just pulled. I'm going to finish your spread here with the Priestess of Light Oracle cards for the sign of Capricorn. What can we find out for Capricorn that we haven't already revealed? Capricorn. Divine Feminine. Magnetic receptive power. Divine Feminine, magnetic receptive power. That's beautiful. And that is very much our High Priestess here. So Capricorn, I hope this message serves you. Please remember that I'm on TikTok and on YouTube, and your likes and your follows, your subscribes and your shares are very meaningful. Thank you so much for your comments. Be blessed. Be well. See you next week.